A new breed of anxiety, health anxiety. I'm Dr. Trish Leigh, cognitive neuroscientist. Let's break it down and talk about what health anxiety is. All right. Now, if you have symptoms or you think you might have something and you find yourself dangerously going back on the internet and searching all the different symptoms you think you might have, and you have come up with a diagnosis yourself, or you are beginning to worry that you have a health crisis, that may be health anxiety. Okay, so disclaimer here, this video is for education. I'm not saying you don't have the thing that you are worried about. What I'm talking about in this video is worrying about it incessantly, which only makes it worse, or worrying about something you don't have. Now, let's break it down a little bit. Let's talk a little bit more. So, okay, now this comes from personal experience because last week, 2 weeks ago, I had the flu. Bad. I was in bed for days. I was really sick. My whole family was sick, but I got walloped probably because of stress. Yep, you know it, just constantly going. So anyway, it was taking me a really long time to recover. And if you saw the videos from last week, you know what I mean. But I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I must have this bigger problem because, you know, everybody else recovered and I didn't. So I start searching on the internet what my lingering symptoms might look like for me. And it's funny, or not so funny, because my husband came home and he's like, what's going on? What are you doing? I'm like, nothing, just looking some stuff up. And he's like, what are you looking up? And you've met me. Of course, I'm looking up scientific studies of my lingering symptoms. And I'm like, oh no, I think I have polyphoria or something. I don't even remember what it's called. And he's like, what makes you think that? So here is my point. If you have symptoms or you're worried that you have something, don't keep looking up the symptoms. If you have it, it's of course, if you are concerned, it's okay to get some information. But when some information devolves into constantly going online to look up the thing that's ailing you, that is a problem. Now, I know the people that this primarily happens to have a baseline of anxiety that's higher than other people. So if you struggle with global or generalized anxiety, then this may impact you because, like I mentioned, with stress impacting my inability to get over the flu, if you are more stressed out or your anxiety levels are higher in the first place, you will be more susceptible to immunocompromise, to getting sick, to having more symptoms, which of course creates this loop of you're stressed, you get sick, you feel more stressed, you get more sick. So breaking that loop, the goal is to lower your baseline anxiety in the first place. Now the headband, the neurofeedback headband that I recommend, that is a beautiful option to lower that overall anxiety in the first place. Now, what do you do about health anxiety if you find that you keep going into the screen to look things up? If you need to look up the symptoms or possible symptoms, look up the solutions. Don't look up the diagnosis and ruminate or consistently think about what could be happening to you or doomsdaying about what is going on. Look up all natural or healthy solutions. So I'm here to tell you, if you're struggling with health anxiety, the headband's a great solution. It's going to lower your overall baseline. On this channel, I made a 30-minute video explaining how the headband works for anxiety in particular. You could check that out. But check out solutions so that you are not stuck in this loop of thinking that you have a problem and making that problem worse. Now, I know many people I work with that have internet addictions that damage their brain and then show up in their mental health, their physical health, and their cognitive health, their thinking. They go to the hospital or to the emergency room because of panic attacks, or they go to their doctor because of symptoms and nothing shows up. So it could be that, especially if you have an internet addiction, it's impacting your brain performance pattern, which is showing up in these ways. So honestly, then the solution is in your brain because the problem is in your brain. And if you are interested in doing home neurofeedback coaching with me, when you sign up for that, you can add a brain performance assessment, and I'm able to tell you exactly what's going on in your brain that might be at the beginning of this cycle. But the point of this video is I encourage you to think about the role that your brain performance pattern has in your anxiety in the first place, and your health anxiety. Okay, so before I wrap up, get focused on solution. Don't keep looking up your problems. When you have anxiety, you get stuck in problem-seeking mode. A way to get out is to get into problem-solving mode that moves you forward. Okay, I hope that helps you out. And if you're looking for help on your journey, please reach out to me at drtrishleigh.com. And as always, control your brain or it'll control you.